I don't necessarily, just because I don't have a university degree, does not necessarily mean that I can't be rich. How many of the people that you know around you that have a university degree that are rich? In fact, most of the people that I know have a degree from a tertiary institution, most of them are struggling. They live on a 30-day cycle. That has to change. Skill set. What are you good at? Because when we're talking about skill set here, the main thing we're going to look at here is skill set stacking. Traditionally, we've been brought up to think if you are a doctor, you'll be a doctor until you die. If you're a teacher, you're a teacher until you die. If you're a factory worker, you'll be a factory worker until you die. If you're a mechanic, you'll be a mechanic until you die. But skill set stacking totally has changed how people do things. Let's use a very easy example of somebody like Elon Musk. Elon Musk has got his hands in almost every single thing. What is he good at? That's a question you have to ask yourself. What is Elon Musk good at? He can't be good in everything else. But one thing that makes Elon Musk very good at is how good he is at selling himself, how good he is at selling his ideas to others, how good he is at convincing talent, people that are better than him. He sells them to a vision to make sure that they can see where he's taking them. He sells his vision that makes these people become part of their purpose. He changes your work into your purpose. It changes your work to become the only thing that you were born to do. What is your skill set here? And in the world we live in now, unfortunately, it will be so hard for you to make money if you cannot sell. Selling is a skill set that all of us have to have. My background here, I started with fitness. Then I had to add on nutrition. Then I had to add on marketing. And now I have to embrace AI when it comes to sales. Now, this automatically makes me more marketable than somebody that just does fitness, than somebody that just has isolated themselves just to do nutrition, somebody that is isolated themselves just to do marketing, or somebody that just does sales on its own. What is it that you need to do? What skill sets do you need to acquire for you to become the best version of yourself? Just being a doctor is good, but you can be the best doctor in the world but still be struggling to pay bills. You can be the best teacher in the world but be struggling to get employed. You can be the best mechanic, but if you have poor people skills, you will struggle. So you need to understand what are the skill sets here, and one of the best skill sets here is listening. You need to be very good at asking questions because your skill set is in total proportion to the value that you add to the person that you're talking to. You have to understand how to ask questions, and in asking those questions, you let people tell you what their problems are, and you position yourself as a solution. Because if you don't, then it becomes a problem. You're trying to force people to see things from your point of view. And this is where persuasion and convincing comes in when it comes to sell. When it comes to sell, it's not about convincing people to buy your product. It's not about convincing people to buy you as a service provider. It's about persuading people. It's about getting into their head by asking them questions and then tuning into the conversation they already have, and all they see is you, the solution to the problem that they need to do here. Tool set. How do you get to the marketplace? This is where technology comes in. There is no business right now that can survive without technology. Technology has made it easier for an entrepreneur. You can service so many people because it takes away all the heavy lifting. This video, I can talk to 1 million people at the same time. You can do your sales presentation from 1 to thousands in just one webinar. You can send lots of emails making one offer to thousands of people by the press of a button. And that's where technology comes in. At this point, you have to understand technology. And when we're talking about this, you have to get a software where it makes it easier for you to be able to make offers,